This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the FIU Panthers and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays. Keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you guys.
Holly, we'll see how they react. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Owls offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out, Dave.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
From the gun, it's Davidson. Got the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Works the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Out wide right, it's Lopez. Man, you got to get Hatch around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Turns into the pile. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Drops back on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like.
He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but, man, I got to go back. I love the fourth down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the FIU Panthers offense will now get its first chance with the football. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Looking downfield, it's Maddox. Looking for a big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And makes the grab in their space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Rushes on. Defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move. Looking down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Big guy tries to barrel in. Who gets a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this 1st quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Inside. Fights off the defender. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's out. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the 1st quarter.
2nd and long here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They punted on their 1st drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. He'll try to do it himself. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. He gets a block. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Opening play of the drive from the 39. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Wiley. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it on the counter. Nice move to keep running. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. First and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Owls! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll run it. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're all over it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
FIU will line up to punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, down here on the home team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throws to the tight end. Nice play to knock that one down.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Oh, pressure's coming, and he gets rid of it.
And, man, the defense really needed that. They needed that for their confidence. 3 drives already, 3 touchdowns. They haven't found a way to solve the puzzle till now. Nice job getting the stop, getting a little bit of momentum, and now hopefully your offense is energized and excited because they got the football back.
The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Trying to establish the run. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. FIU will line up to punt. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Holly, what do you have?
Hey, guys, checking in from the Florida Atlantic sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Stepping to the right. On the move, he fires. Got a wide open receiver. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers on how to get back in this football game.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Handoff from the gun. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Snapped it in the shotgun. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Quick strike through the air for the score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida International comes out to start this drive. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Rush right in his face, and he avoids the sack.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Hands it off. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Trying to take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Owls sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Driven back.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Owls. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Trying to do it himself. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Fires downfield. He's got it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Might as well run him again. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quick give. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lions. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They were all over it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
2nd down to the air. Left side is Glover. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. This time they'll throw it. Right side, it's Lopez. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Owls are moving quickly down the field. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Leaves it short.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. FIU will line up to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Owls sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Makes the tackle.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And as we start the fourth quarter, they'll try to knock 3 through the uprights. He splits the uprights, and that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Finding space. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. FIU will line up to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to make one miss. He's going to get loose. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The give to the left. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Panthers' offense comes out ready to go to work. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Complete to start this drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Tosses it incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put...
And down he goes back at the 3.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Searching for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. Florida Atlantic looking to score from the red zone. From the gun, tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.